Now, the internet is going wild over the behind-the-scenes domestic abuse suffered by one of Twitch and OnlyFans' biggest stars. I'm talking about Amouranth. What a gal.
Then you tell me, what did you say?
Now, she left her fans in shock when she broke down on a stream with her husband's abuse revealed to the world. This was via a phone call and text messages, and amongst a number of threats, well, he mentioned killing her dogs and cutting her off from her, well, financial fortune. Now we know she's splitting two ways. Still, $8 million a year is quite a lot, but $4 million, not as much, right?
Or interrupt my part. I'm a dogs. That's exactly what I said.
Anyway, cops have since intervened, and the latest update is that the two, well, they'll be inevitably going their separate ways. But all of this drama, it's got people asking, who the hell is her boyfriend? Well, the internet is dug deep, and it turns out it's not really a boyfriend, it's a husband, and his name is Nick Lee. Now, to find out more about this dirty dog and what he's been doing to her and how they met, well, you're gonna have to stay tuned to this episode of Famous News. And when we did Amouranth before they were famous, we were nice. We didn't dig this dirty stuff up. We might have to update it. Yeah. Anyway, here we go.
This is nice.
Oh no!
You still didn't like me.
You shot me.
Just send the location.
I'm number one!
My calling is to be the leader of the free world.
Although it was never fully confirmed, it was leaked that Amouranth had a husband and they've been married since 2015. Now, the man's name is Nick Lee. Now, Nick Lee is a former bodybuilder, and he actually shared screenshots with his bodybuilding buds that was showing his DMs on how he first met Amouranth. And well, there was actually a guy online by the name of King Fame, and he actually doxed all this information back in 2018, so take a look.
Where he's telling all his bodybuilding friends how he met this one random chick online who just happens to do cosplay, and he went on a date with her, and he shows a string of messages of him convincing her to go on this date where she's sending him pictures. And no, these aren't like pictures that shouldn't be shown. I wouldn't dare expose anyone like that. These are all PG pictures, just her in her normal costumes and cosplays, but they are important because they show you exactly who it is he's talking to. This is before she got the following she has now.
So things started off innocently enough. Amouranth was just your run-of-the-mill cosplayer working at children's parties. Well, the two, they went on a date, then they went on a couple more, and they began working cosplay together. Now, there's plenty of pictures documenting this, and they ended up getting married back in 2015. So Nick, he moved in quick. Now, it appears that Nick may have been orchestrating half of her success from behind the scenes, and that is after the two wed. He saw her as a fortune to be made online, and the two got to work. Now, Amouranth's obvious sex appeal being on display all over social media, well, obviously that's an infrastructure I think was built by a man. I mean, you can't open her Instagram and think she's making a lot of female friends, you know what I mean? Anyway, the pair, they turned all of this attention into an OnlyFans and Twitch empire, and since pioneering the hot tub meta on Twitch, well, she's risen to the top of social media stardom. Meanwhile, she continued to go public that she was single, keeping the image alive to her thirsty fans that, well, she was attainable. Now, this is a pretty brilliant business plan, but behind the scenes, it was taking its toll on Amouranth. She wasn't being true to herself. This guy was controlling her, becoming a sicko, abusing her at home, destroying stuff around the house. So obviously it reached a boiling point. Now, this is actually a pretty common occurrence in the YouTube world. Off the top of my head, Sniper Wolf, well, she had a similar story with Sausage, who was kind of the guy working behind the scenes. Now, at the end of the day, well, Amouranth, she got the last laugh because she exposed Nick for having a small ding-dong. So, yeah. I guess that's one way to ruin a guy's reputation, right? I mean, he's got 4 mil, but he's got a small ding, and you can't fix that. Anyways, guys, I'm sure there'll be more information coming out about this, and we'll be sure to keep you updated here on Famous News.